This is one of the weirdest games I've come across in the past decade, I think. And the packaging is the first thing that's pretty weird. I'm Joost from Kids Toy Studio and I'm here today with Bears vs. Babies. So let's open that up. You can play this from ages 10 and up, maybe from age 8 if you have kids that are into games. The theme isn't that gruesome or anything because the artwork is all pretty fun. You get the rule books in the game and then you get your little playmat. This is where the babies will reside. So it's kind of like a board game almost. Now the goal of the game is to get as many babies as you can before your opponent gets them. And the way you do this is by building your own bear machines. Now the way you build your monsters is by attaching limbs to your characters. And everyone gets a few cards at the beginning of the game to start building. So you can build out a few different monsters here. Now, and where you can build your monsters is you have these themes on the little bodies. You always start with the head. You can attach the body to that. All of these designs are pretty cool. A pigeon in a prom dress. Let's see if we have an arm, like with a bat wing here and a dinosaur arm. Now the way this works is when you build a head, you have like a score of 2 here, then the prom dress will give you another 1. Both arms will also give you another 1, so my monster is now 3, 4, 5 strong. And now what this allows you to do is defeat a baby army. Now all the heads, that's where the magic happens, have a different color. So this monster is the color red. So this can defeat the red baby army. You can also build a second monster, in this case a shark, which is blue. Then add a body to that. So now I have 2 and 1 body is 3 points in the blue category. Now each time you draw a baby, you'll need to put that on this play mat here in the green category. So there's one green baby, another green baby, and maybe 1, 2 red babies. So every time you draw a baby, you have to put that in the baby pile here. And you can count how many babies are in there, but the goal of the game is to build the monster strong enough so they can defeat the baby army and concentrate maybe on a few categories so you can gather as many babies as you can. But you have to be able to defeat the babies. Now, each of the babies also have different strengths. So this one has a strength of 3 and this one has a strength of 2. So now the green baby army has a strength of 5. And the red baby army has a strength of 3. Now you won't know the level of these baby armies because they are placed face down. So you can use the attack of the baby army to either try to gather as much of these babies as you can, or you can try to activate the baby army as it is because you know or guess that your opponent won't be able to defeat it. So that either the babies can win and the babies go to the discard pile and no one will have benefited from it, but the monsters will be defeated and they will leave the game. So you have to build out your army all over again. Or the monsters win and then the player with the strongest monster army of that color will get all of the babies and collect the points. Now after this monstrous battle, all of the monsters any player has built with this red color, if the red babies attack, will be discarded. So then you have to build up your monster army all over again. So you can use this strategy to either try to get as many babies as you can or try to have the monster armies of other players defeated. Even if they win, they might have a very large monster army of the green color, for example, and then in one swoop you can erase their entire green army, maybe for just a couple of babies for the winner. So that's where the strategy comes in here. You have to see what your opponent is doing, try to adjust which color babies you're going for. Now there are a few other types of things here that are fun as well. You can, for example, attach these extra cool things to arms that you have with the connectors. So for example, this arm can have this drill attached. Now this will give your monster a -1, so it will be less strong, but you do get 1 extra action per turn, and this is quite handy because actions are like activating the baby army, drawing a card, or playing a card. And you really do need a lot of cards to be able to build out a large monster army. So the strategy here is when to activate the baby armies, when to draw a card or play a card, and what type of monster to build out. So because of the artwork, it's all very cute and cuddly here. So you can play this with the whole family, but it is a little bit difficult to understand maybe for younger kids. So they've aged this at age 10, but I do think you can play it with a little bit younger kids. And we've had a lot of fun with this on a game night with just all adults.